It was once a frontier fort, a cavalry outpost crucial to the protection of settlers. It is now a state and national historic site. But the state of New Mexico is letting it become an abandoned, crumbling dump. Here's Tim Maestas on special assignment.
It's sad. You know, you want to cry. You think of the people that lived here, that took care of the people, the land, and to see it just go to waste is terrible.
Cecilia Bell is at a loss, surrounded by the beauty of a state-owned treasure that's falling to pieces before her eyes.
It was pristine, it was painted, it was cared for.
It's been a state and national historical landmark for years. Fort Bayard didn't always look like this. It was established by the U.S. Army in the mid-1800s to protect the area from Apache Indians. Since then, it's been home for Native American scouts and Buffalo Soldiers. And at the turn of the century, it became the first U.S. Army hospital for soldiers suffering from tuberculosis.
And to see what's happened to it is discouraging, very discouraging.
The state took control of Fort Bayard in the 1960s, turning what was a VA hospital into a medical facility operated by the state health department. But late last year, it closed when the state opened a new hospital nearby. Now, the once bustling site attracts a different crowd.
We've been getting reports of suspicious people coming up here and doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
Grand County Sheriff Raul Villanueva ordered extra patrols to protect the massive property and its dozens of buildings.
One of my deputies came across 3 individuals inside this building here doing graffiti and damaging the building from the inside.
Cecilia Bell, president of the Fort Bayard Preservation Society, accuses the state of not doing enough to protect the historical landmark.
It takes months and months and months and months and months. And they will pass it from one department to the next before anything is done.
Is there any money set aside for maintenance and upkeep of Fort Bayard?
Not in this cycle, this current budget cycle. The Property Control Division's budget is inadequate to maintain the Fort Bayard site.
The state says one of the main problems is the fact Fort Bayard does not have an assigned use. Money first must be spent on state buildings that are being used.
That's still a major concern for us, is to not lose the historic fabric in that site.
But the bottom line is there is no money. The Department of Health provides basic landscaping maintenance for the moment, but soon that will stop. Well, most seem to agree the only way to save this place is to find a new purpose for the hospital building. In fact, the push is on now to turn this place into a center for veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. Members of the Operation Fort Bayard Task Force say the proposed PTSD center could be the fort's only hope.
We're envisioning of using the entire complex, you know, because where there's room, we can probably build up, and where there's places, maybe we can remodel and fix up.
Task Force members are hoping a federal bill sponsored by New Mexico Senators Tom Udall and Jeff Bingaman will help them out. The bill would fund a feasibility study to establish a PTSD center at the old fort. The fear is, without a new purpose, they will have to say goodbye.
I see the fort being shut down completely, buildings closed and ignored. And once that happens, it's over.
Tim Maestas, KRQE News 13.
Right now, the state is waiting for the results of that feasibility study to try to decide what's the best thing to do for that historic property's future.